This is 16.7 Viral and Parasitic STDs notes. The essential question is, what are the major STDs caused by viruses and parasites, and what are their signs and symptoms? Herpes is caused by a herpes virus. This is not the same herpes virus that causes the cold sores or fever blisters around the mouth. That is a different strain of a herpes virus. Now, you can get the herpes virus or cold sores or mouth sores associated with the sexually herpes virus, but it's more rare. Herpes cannot be cured, but can be treated with antiviral medication. The difference between a cure and a treatment is that a cure means that it's going to completely get rid of the cause, whether it's a bacteria or a virus, it will kill it, get rid of it. Treatment means that they can treat the symptoms, or they might disable the virus or whatever the pathogen is that's causing the infection to make it less, not able to multiply or kill it, but it will not get rid of it. The symptoms in males are small sores, a cluster of blisters on penis. Again, it could also happen around the mouth also. In females, there can also be blisters in or around the vagina, and there can be fever and headaches associated with a progressed infection. There are approximately 5.5 million new cases of venereal or genital warts in the U.S. There are about 20 million people currently infected in the U.S. with the STI. It is caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. There is no cure for the infection, but it can be prevented from through vaccination. And the symptoms are the same for the males and females. And the reason for the vaccination is because the HPV or the genital warts is associated with cervical cancer in females. So the vaccination is a protection against the STI, but also it will prevent it from progressing to the cervical cancer. And the name of the vaccination called Gardasil. Symptoms: warts look like tiny cauliflowers. They can be kind of like this, where it's kind of raised, or it could be more flat, like little bubbles appearing, but they come in clusters. There can be itching, burning area, most where those sores are, or the warts are. And the warts, and a lot of the times in females, the reason why a lot of these STIs are asymptomatic or no symptoms is because our reproductive organs are internal, which means a lot of the sores and the warts and the rashes and all that is inside, so you can't really see it from the outside. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome, or AIDS, is caused by the human immunodeficiency virus, or the HIV. Remember that it is spread through sexual intercourse, but it can also pass through any activities that that is a spread of contact with any type of fluids. Remember, the semen or vaginal secretions, breast milk, or blood. So any activity like sharing needles, breastfeeding, baby being delivered, all those things can cause spread of AIDS. And remember, there is no cure, but only treatment through medication. Remember that with AIDS or HIV, there could be no symptoms for years until immune system is activated. And remember that HIV virus specifically targets the immune system, the helper T cells. And when there is an infection, there's going to be fever and fatigue, a lot of like flu-like symptoms. You're going to have swollen lymph nodes, and you're going to have weight loss. And death usually occurs through the opportunistic infection like sarcoma, pneumonia, and things like that. Pubic lice or crabs is caused by a parasite that looks like crabs and usually located around the pubic area associated with the hair. So it can be found in regions like axilla, eyelashes, and mustache where there's some type of hair around. And it is spread through direct contact. It doesn't necessarily have to be through sex. It could be anywhere that the lice can basically move. It could be moved through bedding, sleeping in the same bed, or it can move through sharing of clothing, or even if there is no sex going on, if there is contact between the genitals, there can also be transmitted through that. The symptoms include a terrible persistent itch around the affected area, and treatment is through using some type of a shampoo or a cream to get rid of the parasite. Here is the picture of the parasite. It almost looks like little crabs, and their little claws are rounded, and so they could actually hold on to the hair follicle. And sometimes even shaving the area does not help, because they could actually bury in the skin around the hair follicle. So some type of medicated shampoo or cream needs to be used to get rid of them. Trichomoniasis is caused by another parasite. Is most commonly in women. Can be transmitted to the baby during delivery. And the reason that happens is as the baby is passing through the birth canal, any opening like the eyes, nose, and mouth can be an opening for the parasite, or the vaginal secretion can come in contact and cause an infection. Female symptoms include itching and burning at the opening of the vagina or the vulva, painful frequent urination, and there can be a heavy unpleasant odor, frothy greenish yellow discharge, frothy meaning that it almost looks bubbly. In male, there may not be any symptoms, or there could be some discomfort in urethra or inflamed head of the penis. Treatment is through oral medication. And here is a picture of what the parasite looks like. And then this is showing you the cervix with the frothy foaming type of discharge coming out. 16.7 notes homework. Number 1, which STDs are caused by viruses and what are their general symptoms? Number 2, which STDs are caused by parasites and what are their general symptoms? Number 3, what is the major difference in treatment or cure between bacterial, viral, and parasitic STDs?